Do you remember a little while ago when I talked about the California state bill that would essentially destroy every gun shop or could put in the framework to close every single gun shop? Well, I want to talk about that today, and it's something that is very important that we know is coming up. We need to urgently, I'm asking you to reach out to your senators and contact them about AB 2362 and tell them to oppose it. But first, I want to say thank you to the sponsor of this channel, Franklin Armory. They are a new sponsor to the channel, however, we have been working together a lot in the past. Don't tell them, but I probably would have kept doing all the stuff that I'm going to keep doing anyway. But I'm very happy to have them supporting the channel. They're one of the few companies that goes above and beyond when it comes to supporting California. They have three California-approved AR-15 pistols that anyone can go to any gun store and buy. Now, granted, supply and demand is a little crazy right now, so it's a little difficult, but under normal circumstances, you could. And if you're in a much more fun and entertaining state that doesn't hate freedom, you could also get some binary triggers. Think about it this way. A binary trigger is like a device that allows you to bump fire from the shoulder. I'd be all over that if I was in a free state. But let's talk about AB 2362, a much more unenjoyable topic than bump firing. Thank you again to Franklin Armory for sponsoring this channel. I very much appreciate it. Let's talk about the Firearms Dealers Conducts of Business Bill, AB 2362. So for those of you that don't know, I'm going to go over here. For those of you that are absolutely unaware, I'm going to leave a link down to firearmspolicycoalition.com where they have this gunshopfines.org, oppose 2362. Basically, they're wording it as another California effort to retaliate against gun shops. And now let's explain what this actually is and what it could do. So currently as it stands, if someone is violating or breaking some sort of rule, if it's egregious enough and the corrections are not made, the only thing that the state can do is shut the gun store down if it's absolutely the worst possible mistake. So, for example, let's say one of the signs are misplaced, or one of the signs has the improper font, and I'm being very serious when I use that example. Let's say that on one of the forms, someone signs instead of just initialing on the safe affidavit. Well, those are what's considered violations, and if you do enough of those under the current way the law is written, you could potentially have your license removed. Here's the issue. The way that they're going to be changing it now is any single time that you make a violation, you can be fined up to $3,000 per error. So here's a perfect example. I was speaking with the people over at Second Amendment Zone down in Rancho Cucamonga, California, which I actually have some very exciting projects potentially in the future, things that I never thought possible before, but we might have something going on with them. Here's the deal. They said that in their first year of operating their business on the safe affidavit, so when you purchase a long gun in the state of California, instead of buying a lock with each purchase, you can provide proof and fill out a form saying that you own a California-approved locking container like a safe. Well, on one of those forms, people were signing instead of initialing, or maybe it was vice versa, and that happened 19 times in 1 year. Well, if you do the math, under the way it's could potentially be written under AB 2362, that would mean that for every single one of those 19 violations, they would be paying $3,000. Let's do some quick math. That's $57,000, assuming my math is correct. All because people failed to properly sign something, and that's a very small mistake. The thing about this law is it's not necessarily about what is written, because if it was good people that were enforcing these laws, it would be fairly reasonable in my mind. If a gun store is improperly doing business, they are breaking laws, it makes sense to properly punish them, right? I disagree with the laws to begin with, but it's still under the current system. That's a very statist thing of me to say, but it is how the laws work, and that makes sense. The problem is I know exactly how this is going to be worked. I know exactly what's going to happen. Gun store A is going to be doing some sort of action that's a loophole, or they're going to be working within the confines of the law to get people things that the state doesn't like. Or let's say gun store B says some sort of loud, outspoken statement that is against California. For example, we had, I think it was Sacramento Black Rifle, who posted some photos of basically a police bulletin that went out, and it was putting the police in a negative light because of the way that they were categorizing a certain type of people. The state could use that as a way to attack them and retaliate against them and find them out of existence. And I kid you not, watch my previous video on AB 2362. The examples that I gave there are so minute and so meaningless, but they could bankrupt any small gun store. And that's why this is important. So I'm going to show you some links here. I'm going to have these links down in the description or in the pinned comment. I never know when it comes to editing where I'm actually going to put them. But so we can look at the author of it here, and you can learn more about the author. You can also then, I'm going to have a link to the agenda. So the reason I'm talking about this again is because this is scheduled to be heard at 9 a.m. or in the meeting that starts at 9 a.m. on August 7th. I don't know how long this is going to be going for. I believe this will be able to be teleconferenced. So we might be able to watch this live, and I hope so. So it's basically, if we look at the agenda here, heard in file order 2362 is fairly far down. I would expect this. Honestly, I don't know when exactly. I'm probably just going to leave this up on a stream off to the side while I'm working and just have this playing in the background so I can listen to it. But this is important. You need to reach out to everybody that's on this public safety committee and get after them. If one of your representatives are the people on this committee, please reach out and tell them that you do not support this. There are ways to get in contact with them. If you don't know how to contact your representatives in the state of California, so here we're at Find Your Representative. You just type that in, and then it'll give you the information for the representative that you need to talk to. So again, the reason why I'm talking about this a second time is because it's been highly requested that I bring more attention to this, and I do want to bring more attention to this. Think about this. Think of your favorite local gun store. Think about what would happen if they went away. Most likely, the only companies that could survive a attack that could be issued against them like this would be one of the big stores. So Turner Outdoorsman's, Bass Pro Shop, all the big gun stores like Sportsman's Warehouse, and those, they serve their purpose. They should exist. I'm glad they exist. But at the end of the day, it's the small gun store that really is going to be fighting for your Second Amendment rights, and it's the small gun store that's going to be giving you the things that you need and truly supporting gun owners. They're the people that are doing their best to educate, and yes, there are some bad gun stores out there that probably, if they left, would not be missed, and I could probably name one or two off the top of my head that I would not miss if they no longer existed. But this is dangerous. This is something we need to get after. I hope you have, if you have any questions, drop a comment down below. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you to everyone that likes, comments, subscribes on the channel. If you like this video, go ahead and hard scope that notification bell, and so you see more of my videos in the future. Please share this with your friends. Share this on Facebook. If you share it on Facebook or on Reddit or some other social media, drop a link down in a comment below so I can go see it and interact with it. I'm in a lot of Facebook groups, I'm in a lot of Reddit groups and whatnot, so chances are I might just see it without you posting it in this link down below, but let's have that conversation. If you want to support the channel, I would normally say that you should support the Patreon if you can. However, I'm most likely going to be moving away from Patreon, maybe moving over to Subscribestar, maybe moving over to OnlyFans. I don't know. We'll see. If you guys have any questions, drop a comment down below. I really appreciate everything that's been going on with the channel and the support that we've been getting. I want people to be having these conversations down below about what they think they can do, what they would recommend you doing. I enjoy seeing the community that we've built here. I was speaking with someone that's pretty well known. I'm not going to name drop them within the firearms community, and they described the channel and the community that we've built here as similar to what Calguns used to be, and I'm very happy to hear that. I like thinking that we have a good community and we have a good comment section here, and it's good to see other people recognize that as well. Thank you, everyone. You guys know the drill, though. Have fun, be safe, stay dangerous. Peace. Oh, and by the way, my fiance sells these White Claw candles. 99% of them are White Claws that I have drank. I don't know if that pleases you in any way. None of them are ones that I've shotgunned. We might do a limited edition or something like that. But they smell the way that you want White Claws to taste, is the best way to put it. But yeah, I'll have a link down to these as well. But thank you everyone that supports the channel. Thank you, Franklin Armory. Really, I'm just happy with where the channel's gone. Thank you.